Ruth Brown.
I'm John Ennis. We're now going to do level 3 of week 4, May 2014 recap. So this is refinements of turns and spins. Okay, so for this, we start with a bunch of drills. So let's show them the top turn drill we worked on.
So this is my favorite drill I think I've ever learned in a workshop weekend from Andy Reid and Nina Gilkinson. We did this at Lindy Focus, and it was a ton of fun. So this is to practice. The purpose of the drill is to learn for leaders that feeling of absorbing the follow and tightening through the core and releasing it in a rotational manner, really kind of absorb and release. And then for follows, the purpose of the drill is learning to kind of cut into that compression and then honoring the rotational momentum out of it. So that's what we're really looking for in this drill. And it's fun and goofy too. So John's going to assume the position, the leader position. So
Notice my foot, she's going to come into my left hand. My left foot is under my body. If I have it back like this, I can't really give her the compression she's looking for.
Yeah, so leaders, you want your hands to be in about push-up kind of position.
Yes, push-up position.
Kind of out to the side. Imagine where your hand would be in a tuck turn. So you don't want them in like this. You don't want them out too far or too low, so kind of in that push-up position. And follows, so we get to run at the leaders. And so what we do here is we run out. We let him absorb us, and then we just follow that momentum. And so it may be that he gives us a lot of compression and really zooms us across the room and spin. It may be that he doesn't give us quite so much energy, and we have a softer rotation.
Never occurred to me to do that.
So it's good practice for really thinking about like how much absorption and how much kind of that release and
one thing
energy.
that's important to notice that when Ruth comes into me, keep coming.
Mm-hmm.
There's a moment where we pause. So just stop there. Where we are paused because what's happening is her linear energy is going into my core and it's coming back out as a rotation. That's what's happening. That if you watch one last time, you'll see a pause here, and it's the moment of energy transfer. So here we go. That's it. Let's do the other side because you cracked my back. So we worked on the other side.
The other side is much harder.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's actually very, very important to practice both sides.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, very good. Cool. Now speaking of both sides, we briefly touched on butterfly pops. So we did this sort of thing. And we also worked on being able to lead linear rock steps on both sides. Being able to distinguish those from our rotational rock steps. Being able to take rotational energy and make it linear. Those are all skills leaders and followers need to have. That's just as much a skill for a follower as for a leader to be able to listen for that difference. And it's very important. I think that these drills are just as important for followers. So we've got that's linear, that's rotational, and Ruth is able to listen for that in her body, which is really nice. It really allows us to do a lot more cool things together.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we worked on that, and then we did work on our butterfly pops briefly. Zoop, rock, pop, triple step, bum, bum. Yeah, and then we talked actually along those lines because in this case, I really want to set a nice clean line for Ruth. So I'm trying to do. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but we talked about directing the follower to various places that we said that where you send your palm in a pop turn is where she goes. So for example, if I want to send Ruth straight ahead, like in a pop turn send out, rock, pop, triple step, I'm sending my palm forward. If I want to send her over here, bum, shoop, rock, pop, triple step, I'm sending her that way. Ruth, what are you doing to make that happen, to help?
So remember the kind of principle of equal and opposite. With John, when he's starting to put pressure on my back for that pop turn, I match that with pressure on the back of his arm. Remember, we're trying to get that as much
connection, yeah.
on that arm. So what I'm doing is is matching that, and then I'm feeling where he's directing it, and when he pushes off me, I push off him.
Right. So suppose I'm going to pop right straight to the side, or actually at this angle, for example. So rock, pop, triple step, So she's going off that way because I'm trying to pop her. I'm popping that way, and so she ends up pushing off to go that way. So with that, we can pop her all sorts of directions. So we worked on that.
I think the most challenging thing here for follows is really understanding that need to like give the leader back tension and to push off. I think many follows are hesitant to do that, but that's the like whenever the leader is giving you that compression, then it's okay to give it back.
Yeah, and so for bonus homework here, we can take butterfly pops and try to send them other places. That's really a challenge. But like left-handed pops, I mean, not when I say butterfly pop, what I mean is that we're doing, the butterfly pop is this pattern where we are going to do a pop turn on this side, shoot, we're going to catch the follower, and we're going to immediately pop turn it back to the other side. There's a kind of butterfly look to it. But with the left-handed pop, let's see if we can pop her different places. Then you will be a pop turn master, and I can say, I do not fully claim to be a pop turn master. I think that's very hard to do, but we're all getting better at it. Okay, so that was that. Oh, we did do the pop turn yo-yo, which was like this. Shoot, do, biggie, deep, biggie. Oh, whoops, sorry. Bum, rock, pop, triple step, rock, step, triple step. Good. And we should also say that we've learned a lot from Kevin and Joe's lessons on iDance, and also from Juan and Sharon's lessons on iDance.
Yes, those are great resources.
Yeah,
highly recommend them.
Very good. So a lot of these moves and a lot of these concepts are coming from their various lesson packs. Highly recommend you go get them if you don't already have them.
Yes, they're wonderful.
Yes, very good. So they will explain some of these concepts also, from various perspectives. We're giving you our take, but we recommend the resources for sure. Okay, what else? We did a 360-degree tuck turn. Speaking of iDance, we learned this from Mike and Laura on iDance. So you guys like this. So notice which way Ruth is facing. Bump, bum, bump. So we're going to rock, step, triple step, triple step. Magically, Ruth faces the same way at the end.
Wow,
Yes,
magic.
it is very magical. A couple things here. We talked about regular tuck turns in level 2, so you should go back and review that. Well, in particular, one thing I'm doing here is I'm making sure to get my hand up under Ruth's left shoulder blade. When I have my tuck turn, or my left hand for the tuck turn, same height, so about the push-up position. We're going to do a rotational rock step, and then what's going to happen is, do you mind if I just show them here?
Yeah.
Guys, we have to get out of her way. So we're going to go rock, back. That's the kind of the secret to making this happen is rock, back, triple step. That makes it much easier. If I just do a regular rock step, I force her to go around me. In fact, the general principle, whenever you want the follower to come around you, it's usually a good idea to rock and take a step back because it gets rid of that edge. The other option which can work is to rock step forward and to get her to go forward, but not for this move. For this move, we're going to get out of the way. Rock, step, triple step. And so we get into a tuck turn position, but it's a kind of a softer tuck.
Yeah, if you don't step back, then what you're asking the follow to do is to come around you, which with this move isn't going to work because it's going to be too much distance to cover. So by stepping back, then you're both able to share the same kind of pivot point. Yeah. So that step backward is really important, so that the follow gets a rock step, and then from that energy just keeps rotating around.
Let me just say as a general principle too, that step back can be really valuable. There's a lot of moves that simply can't be led, especially doing this. Bum, if I go step, back, bum, whatever, I don't know, trying to break. Like, I would say leaders, try to get good at the rock, back action. It's a very useful skill. Okay, so in particular we're going to use it here. Going to use a rotational rock step. I'm going to come in front, we practice getting to here. So at this point, notice more or less my left foot is between her feet. She's getting ready to tuck. And then we're going to lead a tuck turn very similar to the regular tuck turn. I'm going to seek the offset, try to gather her energy, make it linear. Triple step. So let's do a little more dynamically. We can all look like this. Here we go. Rock step, triple step, and then we can get a nice stretch.
So follows for this, the important thing to do is not just go, oh, this is a tuck turn, and then start to drive yourself down the line.
Oh yeah.
So, whenever we get that rotational energy, we're just gonna follow that around. And so
She's
what
seeking the compression.
Yeah, what ends up happening is I end up kind of like chasing that compression because he's pulling his hand away as I'm coming around, and so there's a bit of feeling of like, oh, where did you go? Okay, or still
It's
turning.
it's part of the magic of the move.
It's very surprising.
If the follower is really following, then what we get is I might lead just a regular tuck turn. She goes out, or I might bring her around, and it adds to that feeling of like she's exploring the dance space, which is cool.
It's very nice.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah.
No, we did more. We worked on lunges.
Oh, that's right.
So we worked on this, which was rock, step, down. Yeah, so it was nice. And we did many different arm things.
Kisses are optional.
Yes, kiss is optional. We can arms go to the side, back, this way, that way. Very important that the arm be relaxed. So guys, if you put muscle tone in your arm, it's going to put muscle tone in the girl follower's arm. Okay, while we're here, we'll demonstrate that we turn to the side and scoot it our way up.
We did it with a nice little arm style.
Oh yeah, we can do it with an arm styling. It looks like this. So we can go down, and then we can go, which is nice. Okay. That was good. Oh, one thing for that, guys, really, really important. We turn our left foot. We're gonna rock, step, down. You see my left foot's turned out. If I leave it straight, no bueno. It won't leave room for her knee. Her knee might go somewhere you don't want it to go. So other things, we want to go rock, step, down. We're gonna collect the follower at that point. Down. Push through the toe of your right foot, guys, so that you don't move it forward. It needs to stay where it is. If it goes under the follower, it's not good for her. Last thing, we want to be pretty close. We're basically in Balboa position at the beginning, but once we come to here, we are now like belly to belly. That I'm holding her very close.
Yeah, and so although I'm supporting my own weight, at no point is John supporting my weight. When I just go into a lunge and I support my own weight, there's still a feeling like I still depending on his body for connection and to some extent for a little bit of help getting back up again.
Yep, definitely want to help. You help her to get down, you should help her to get up. Okay, I think what was there anything else? Pop turn. Oh, I didn't want to say pop turn yo-yo. We can keep the arm, triple step, shoot, bump. Just this another thing that we covered. So a lot of material this week. Okay, everyone did a great job, and tomorrow in Charlottesville, Saturday night, the 25th in Charlottesville, we're teaching Frankie 99, so come out. Do it with us, 5 to 7 in Charlottesville, and I think the details are on Facebook. All right, thanks everyone.
Thanks.